welcome back to another video. Ke Rangwane, and if you're a new viewer onto the channel, I'd like for you to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below so we can give you the proper welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'd like to thank you for the loyalty and yeah, staying true to us here. So today's video is basically going to be a new feature that I'm making for the channel, and I'm going to be calling it Coffee Time with Rangwane, and it's basically going to be like a story time kind of vibe or a chit chat, you know, just like dissecting issues or talking about like stuff. What it's about, there's no specifics of it, and I really do hope you enjoy the video. So Bachanas, what I'm going to be talking about today is something I've been like working on for quite some time. Something I feel like it's important for me to share, because for me it's changed the way I see life and the way I look at myself. And I feel like if we actually all like maybe go through a journey like this, similar to what I'm going through, we can actually start a great and wholesome society. So like how this started is basically, it started with like 2019, which was basically the most difficult year of like my life. 2019 was literally like the most hectic year, and I think it's because I was like the year where I just went through, like, it was like the final straw in terms of umgo and everything, you know. I was just like, you know, I'm tired of the cycles that I've been going through in terms of my relationships with people, in terms of how I view myself and everything. And I was just like, you know what, I'm at a point where I'm tired and something needs to change. So by the end of the year, I was just like, you know, next year, which is 2020, I'm going to be doing so much. I'm going to bury myself in work. I'm going to get myself out there, getting myself into the industry, make some films, you know, work, bruh, just like not waste time, just do things, you know, and value myself, give myself a lot of credit for things I do. And yeah, you know, we had plans with my friends, guys. We had big plans. We're literally gonna fuck up the game. Yo, you know, it's not my mess. You know, you guys were never ready. You guys were just never ready. But lockdown came about. It crippled all our plans, literally. Like everything we had planned, we just had to chill a little. And like during like week 1 of lockdown, I was having a conversation with one of my friends about like things that I've been going through, like literally since way back then. And this person is just like, you know what, I feel like what you should do is go on a self-introspection journey, and you basically like go and revisit the oldest of memories and see how far these patterns date back to, and like, yeah, kind of like work on your issues. And you know, because, and what I realized from that is just like most of us are dealing with, or not rather dealing with, childhood issues. Most of us have childhood issues that we're not dealing with, and it may not be like something traumatic or something massive, but we are dealing with a lot of things that happen we're not dealing with certain things that happened in the past that are affecting us now, because we're not dealing with them, you know. So yeah, basically I took time and I revisited my memories, and I saw how far back those things date. And what I realized basically that I had a lot of self-doubt, a lot of insecurities. I had a bad sense of self-love, and basically had a very negative relationship with myself. And it's because I grew up in a society where, as a person, you have to prove yourself. You know, you have to prove your worth to people. You always have to work extra hard for people to, you know, to find you okay or whatever, acceptable. And like everyone's always watching. If you're from Bloom, like people, you know, people are always in your business. Like people are always looking what you're doing. Everyone always knows stuff, so you always have to be extra careful. So when you grow up in a society where you just like criticize for every single small thing that you do, and like certain qualities that are unfavorable to the standards of that society, you start to like reject certain parts of yourself. And now when you reject those parts of yourself now, because of shame and rejection and stuff, those things become part of your shadow. And that's basically the suppressed characteristics and desires and feelings. And obviously people make you feel bad, so if you don't deal with that hurt and that pain and that anger, confusion, fear, it also goes towards your shadow, and that thing stays with you. You might ignore it and you might not give it any attention, but it stays with you and it affects your life because it's something that you actually need to deal with. So what I realized is that most of us aren't dealing with these things, with these issues, right? And yeah, dog, we're suffering, bro. We're suffering. And hurt people always hurt people. And that's why I feel like in society, we're always constantly hurting each other. And especially in the black community, where we don't celebrate each other. We're not happy for each other's successes. We're always trying to bring each other down. We're robbing each other. Get corruption. It's mess and failure, you know. Because we're hurt and we're hurting other people around us. My friend Fifi, um, always used to get angry in high school when people would be like joking about stuff, like maybe Vamogwara or something about something. And she always used to get angry and be like, dude, it's not that deep, you know? And she'd always used to say, bro, you might not think that it's not that deep, but these people are saying these things from a certain place in their hearts. Like, it means something. People will always say something mean to you and make it look like a joke. Yeah, and then they say it and then you just don't take it seriously, but that's actually how people see you and how people feel about you. And I always used to think about it, but it never used to click. And now I'm just like, this is where the hurt comes. These people are feeling a certain form of resentment towards you and they're gonna project it onto you in the form of a joke. And then I realized, when this part of your shadow meets, because I get it's part of you that you're rejecting. When you see someone who is displaying those qualities or characteristics, you're gonna repel. Your person is gonna be repelled against them because these are parts of yourself that you don't like about yourself. You don't like yourself about. Tisana, I get guys. English is not my mother tongue. You don't like about yourself or you hate about yourself, and now this person is displaying this thing. And that's why you should also always be concerned when someone makes you angry or when something someone does makes you angry, because it's a reflection of self, right? So I just basically feel like what I've been going through right now is just basically going through the process where I'm learning that part of myself, like my shadow. I'm bringing light to it, and I'm taking these things out of the shadow and bringing them into the light and accepting myself. It starts with accepting myself. Well, it starts with actually identifying these things and then accepting myself and learning to love those parts of me, so I can be wholesome, right? So I can be truthful to who I am. So I know my truth. My truth is I'm this person and these are my characteristics, good and bad, and I love those parts of myself, And yeah, I'm working on that, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like, bad things come our way because we need to learn something from them. Like, there are reasons why we go through trials and tribulations, because we need to learn certain things and overcome certain things, right? So we can grow in character and find healing. Some things are just brought to us so that we can go back in time and heal from something that hurt us way back there. Because like patterns, you notice in our lives there are patterns of toxicity. You'll find yourself maybe dating the same kind of people. People always cheat on you, or you'll find yourself always accepting disrespect or being dealt with like opportunities and like stuff. Your dreams never come true or whatever. Hey man, like dating is like a cycle, man. Ish, wawan. It's because there's a part of yourself that you need to fix before you can move on. And I just feel like everything happens for a reason, because I feel like without this lockdown, I wouldn't have gone through that process. And I feel like this lockdown, in fact, is like God sent, because I feel like this is a time where it's like, whoa, Noah's Ark. Hallelujah. Kind of vibes, because I feel like God is just giving the society a second chance to work on ourselves and be wholesome, so we can go out there and do wholesome things. Because now what's been happening in society is very toxic and it's very bad. There's a lot of hurt, there's a lot of crime, there's a lot of just negative vibes. Like, it's like if you just look at Boma Twitter, Black Twitter especially, one of the anger people have, and it might be a simple picture, but people bash you. It's just negativity on negativity, and I feel like we need to take time to heal as a nation, and we also need to bear in mind that the society we're going to be going out to when lockdown stops or ends is that not the society that we know from that we left back in March, before March. We were going into a whole completely different space, a completely different place in our lives, and we have the power to change the narrative, to change the discourse, and to create a different society, one that is wholesome. But we can't do that if we're not okay within self. I feel like changing the world starts with self. You need to work on who you are, know your truths, know what you stand for, never compromise on that. So that when you go out there, you project that. Because those bad qualities, you are projecting them onto other people. And that's why you're constantly hurting other people, even if it's unintentionally. Like, bad vibes will always be bad vibes, and you can actually feel bad vibes from someone. Because you are always reflecting them onto people, and you're always accepting, like, attracting them. And I feel like if we're wholesome, we'll attract wholesome things and reflect wholesome things. And we have that opportunity, guys. I feel like if we just work on ourselves, we can actually do it, you know? Like, we can actually like have a wholesome society. And obviously there's a lot of work to be done. We already have brought light onto certain issues, like the state of the country in terms of our gender-based violence and stuff. We know there's an issue, and then when we go out there, we're gonna have to go fix it. We can't go back to a society where we keep quiet. We have to now have some action, and you can't start action. You can't start something new if the foundation is not proper. If you're not proper, you can't go out there and build something. You understand? So I just feel like it is important for us to heal. Wisdom. I will share a link in the description of a website that has articles on issues of childhood issues, toxicity, toxic shame, things of the past that are affecting us now, that affects the person you are, your character, and ways to kind of move forward and to heal and to find self-love and self-acceptance. I will leave that in the description down below. And if you need someone to talk to about maybe this journey, if you decide to embark on it, which I strongly suggest, and you feel like you want someone to talk to, feel free to DM me on the socials. You can catch me on Instagram at rangwane.tsebo and on Twitter at rangwane_tsebo. But we have unfortunately come to the end of the video, and yeah, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Tell me what you would also like to see on the channel, and yeah, hope to see you next time. Cheers.